So we're staying in an area in Montreal called Plateau, Montreal, and this is a really nice area full of cafes, bakeries, tons of restaurants. It's really pretty, so we're going on a food tour, starting with some coffee, and then we're off to have some of the best pastries in the city.
So this is my first Airbnb experience. I've been to Montreal probably over 100 times in my lifetime, visiting family in Laval and coming down to Montreal. But first time staying here, so this has been a really cool experience so far. It's really neat to have a whole house to ourselves and really feel like you're part of the neighborhood. And as you can see, this is totally not touristy. This is a very neighborhood-like. I would describe it similar to people in Toronto, sort of like Trinity Bellwoods or Ronsonsville type of area. This is our first stop that Sarah has prepared for us. It's Cafe Myriad. We're not sure if we're pronouncing it correctly, but this is where we're going to have our coffee this morning and our pastries.
So the next place we're going to is a real hidden gem called Mont, and this is more like an old school quintessential Montreal bakery. They have
So Sarah's just brought us to a place here in Montreal. What is this place?
So this place called Mont. It's probably one of the best bakeries in Montreal. This is fresh out of the oven, one of their almond croissants. This is like something you get out of Paris. It's so buttery and delicious. And we also got Mont, of course, which is hard to come by usually in typical bakeries in Toronto. So this is what it looks like. It's like layers of flaky layers of the pastry. Hard to explain, but it's really delicious. One thing I love about Montreal is that they have beautiful wall art, especially in this area, Plateau, Montreal. There's like, it's an art gallery everywhere you go.
This Mont is like a dense pastry that is filled with layers upon layers. It's similar to a croissant, but in my opinion, better. Not very sweet at all. Just sort of a glaze on the top that adds the little bit of sweetness, but it's just absolutely delicious. I much prefer it to a croissant, although croissants are really good.
These style of croissants are quite different. This is something similar I saw in Paris, where the almond croissants are kind of like flat, as you can see. So they don't make them like puffy and airy. It's more dense, and it's filled with like a dense almond paste. It's really good though. Cookie dough, Selena. I'm gonna get cookie dough and green tea. We're at the dippery, and I got a pistachio and coconut. My mom at first wasn't very convinced about this place, but she saw the lavender flavor and was sold. So
I have to say though that I thought it was going to be dipped in a purple dip, but she said that everything is chocolate based. So I guess it would be either white chocolate based or dark chocolate based, depending on what you're getting. So mine was dipped in a dark chocolate base. You can taste the chocolate in it, but there's definitely the tones of lavender in it as well.
And mine is
very tasty.
Mine is green tea Oreo.
I would recommend the mini if you don't feel like having a lot of chocolate, because that's that size. This is the petite, and I think it's too much ice cream for me.
Of course, when you're in Montreal, you have to have poutine. So we're going to Tati Tata to get some Montreal style poutine. going in for some tapas at this wine bar that supposedly is affiliated with the famous Joe Beef. So quite excited for what we're going to have. We're here at Patrice Patisserie, which is one of my favorite patisseries in Montreal. It's in the area Little Burgundy, so you can get these beautiful gourmet pastries here. We got the rhubarb one, so the rhubarb is in season now. But you can get eclairs. Honestly, this is like Paris here. So we're at Cafe Crew, which is a cafe that was recommended by Vogue magazine actually. It's in this hidden like train station or something, or old train station, so very cool. We're at Cafe Crew, which is a unique cafe that's situated in this old historic building. It's not quite like anything I've seen before, so come take a look. Definitely a space that if I lived here and I was a student or working from home, I would want to come here because there's ample seats and desk space, and it's just a really cool vibe. Like you're in an old bank, so. Just got a coffee from Great Cafe in Old Montreal. It's in an old bank building, so it's really big and spacious. They have lots of room to sit, to study or to read or do whatever, and they serve cut coffee in Toronto. Our last stop on the food tour is this gem on Duluth Street, and it's an Italian restaurant. They make their own pasta, so fresh pasta. You can bring a bottle of wine, there's no breakage fees, and it's just really good prices and authentic. So we're capping the day off with a good party meal.